In chapter 39 of The Count of Monte Cristo, 3 months later, Albert is preparing to receive the Count of Monte Cristo in his rooms in his parents' home. He's invited a few guests to share breakfast and meet the Count, including military officer Maximilien Morel. Morel explains that every year on September 5th, he tries to help a stranger in honor of the fact that a stranger had saved his father's life on that date. It was Dantes who did this. As they await the Count's arrival, Albert tells how the Count saved him from bandits in Rome. The Count arrives precisely on time, and Albert introduces him to his guests, who were impressed with the Count's noble manners. In chapter 40 of The Count of Monte Cristo, the Count mentions that he hasn't eaten in 24 hours, having slept in his carriage all the way to Paris. By the way, he's concocted a formula for sleeping pills. He always carries these pills with him in a hollowed out emerald, which he shows to the guests. He says he used 2 similar emeralds to obtain favors. One favor was from the Pope for the life of Peppino, and the other was from the Sultan for a woman's freedom. Albert tells his guests how Monte Cristo saved him from bandits in Rome. Monte Cristo explains that he had captured Vampa more than 10 years earlier and let him go on the condition that Vampa would always respect Monte Cristo and his friends. Albert mentions that he will soon become engaged to Mademoiselle Eugénie Danglars. Sound familiar? The guests offer to find Monte Cristo a place to live, but he already has a house that his servants have set up for him. They tease him that all he needs now is a mistress, and he says he has something better, a slave that he bought in Constantinople. Morel urges the Count to visit him and his sister. The young men agree that Monte Cristo is very eccentric and very interesting. In chapter 41 of The Count of Monte Cristo, Albert gives the Count of Monte Cristo a tour of his house, and the Count is transfixed by a portrait of Albert's mother, dressed in Catalan costume, looking out to sea. Does the Count know his mother? Remember, readers, the woman is Mercedes. Albert tells the Count that his father dislikes the portrait, and it seems to make his mother sad, although she is drawn to it. Albert takes the Count to the main house, where he introduces him to his parents. They both thank the Count for saving their son's life in Rome. After Monte Cristo leaves, Albert finds his mother in her room looking ill and using smelling salts. She spends some time questioning Albert about the Count's background and age. When Albert insists the Count is 35, she exclaims that it's impossible. She drifts off into her own thoughts and Albert leaves, thinking she's asleep.